Actually, it is a prayer to bring us into the experience of God Himself. And I think that this is the great lack among Christian people. I suppose it always has been. I think it is particularly so at the present time, that we don't have this. We don't have what this is talking about. Therefore, we better get down to business and be praying about it. Well, what is this that we're talking about tonight? The acme of aspiration? The acme of aspiration is to be filled up to all the fullness of God. Now, that's quite a petition. What in the world does that mean? Hey, have you prayed this? Oh, God, I pray that I may be filled up to all of your fullness. What does that mean anyway? It certainly is something great. Because God is great and all-powerful and so wonderful, and to be filled up to all of His fullness. And the word that is speaking of here, when it speaks of filled, it is using a tense in the original that speaks of a crisis. It's something you arrive at, and a new attainment, and a going on. That there's something that happens to you. That's what you're praying for. And I have a real concern about this for all of us. I have a real concern about this in my own life, that I have something happen to me from God, and not just once or twice, but to come into a continuing experience and to come into new and repeated experiences of God, the living God. That's what this petition is for, that we might be filled up to all the fullness of God. That word filled. We have some interesting uses of the word. Later in Ephesians here, where if we ever get that far along the way before the Lord comes, in chapter 5, verse 18, you remember what it says, and do not get drunk with wine, for that is dissipation, but be filled with the Spirit. Well, that indicates something wonderful, because in the positive side of it, well, what the Bible says, back in the book of Proverbs, it says that wine makes glad the heart of man.